I'm Nell. My yogi wears combat boots. Thanks for watching. I'm going to take you through a really basic and simple sequence all on your bottom in order to show you how to ground down through your lower body and then also engage your upper body so you can get those nice long stretches in your side. So you don't need a yoga mat, but you need as much space as a yoga mat takes up, and you need to be able to reach forward and to the side. I've also got a blanket and a towel along with some yoga blocks. So let's start on your bun. So bring your legs so they're in front of you, and you're in charge of how wide apart your legs are, but really feel yourself grounded on your buns before you bring your arms back. And I really want you to feel that engagement in your upper body to start with. Bring those shoulders up by your ears, shrug them up, and then pull them down so you feel that anti-shrug movement. And if you've got to do that a couple times to feel that upper body engage, and then when you bring your arms back, make sure you don't lock out your elbows, and then point your fingers really in any direction that doesn't put too much strain on your wrists, but you're looking to bring your weight into those knuckles right there. Not so much your fingers, not so much your waist or your wrist, and really pull those shoulder blades together. All right, now let those knees fall side to side. You're in charge of how wide apart they are, how close together they are, how close they are to your body. Experiment with different places so you feel that engagement and then that movement starting to wake up your hips and your legs, and then you're engaged in your upper body, really packing and pulling those shoulders in so you're supporting yourself in your core, not so much your limbs. All right, you're going to let your legs fall to one side. Let yourself come up onto those buns. Make sure whatever way you've fallen or dropped your legs, that your knee and foot are not stacked on top of each other. They're to the side. And the more you might have to do some maneuvering to feel comfortable. And then whatever leg is bent in front of you, you probably definitely can feel that bun on the floor, but the other bun, it might be raised a little bit. And this is where you grab a little bit of a cushion or more, and you really kind of get it in there so you can then ground down and really try to press evenly with both of your buns, both of your hips down into the floor, engaging your legs. You're probably starting to feel some tingling. This is where I want you to really, you're adding as much engagement as feels good. The more you add, the more intense it's going to feel. So you are going to lift yourself up out of that lower body and then gently twist around towards that leg that's bent on the floor. And you can use your hands on blocks or not. This is where you can have a blanket rolled up, because you're going to see I'm going to come around only as far as feels good. I'm going to keep pressing that other bun down towards the floor, the one that needs the cushion, and then I am even going to lift up my lower belly here because I really want to feel that length through my whole torso and come down onto my elbows. Breathe deep. The crown of my head is pulling somewhere towards the wall in front of me, and I'm flexing my feet and pressing down with the whole part of my leg that's touching the floor. And more than likely that bun has come up, but I'm still pressing it back so I get that support. All right, hands come underneath your shoulders, either on the blocks or the floor. You have that engagement as much as you need in order to feel that base. Let yourself move whatever's out from underneath you, and then bring those knees back up towards the sky, and then you're going to do that windshield wiper move again. Remember, you're not putting a lot of pressure on your arm limbs. It's all in your core. And notice how your body feels after that stretch on that one side. And of course, remember which way you went, because you're going to now go the opposite direction. So set yourself up in that nice strong base. Take a moment to arrange your legs so they feel, somewhat comfortable, and then engage as much as feels good, where you flex and really try to press down evenly with those buns, and then lengthen yourself up out of that solid base. And then you're only walking around towards that leg, around that leg, to come into that twist position as much as feels good. And you never have to come down onto your elbows. You can always just keep pressing into blocks or the floor, but gently engage that upper body. And then of course, if you do want that length, you can come down and you can breathe deep, inhale and exhale. Always remember you can pick up that wonderful flesh right there and pull it up so you've got a little bit more room. And then your hands come underneath your shoulders, and I want you to think about lengthening up and keeping that engagement only as much as feels good. Move whatever you got underneath you, and then once again, drop those knees side to side, just feeling that yoga doing the magic in your legs. And then sitting on your buns, let your legs extend out in front of you. And here's a place where you might need to move that flesh out of the way so you can really feel lifted and press down. And your legs don't have to be completely straight on the mat. You can have a really big bend in your legs in order to feel comfortable. I say keep pressing through your heels for a little bit more engagement. And then here is another great place for blocks if you have them, but you don't need them. All right, you're going to reach your arms up over your head. Try to keep those shoulders out of your ears, and then just lengthen over those legs. And you're just going to do a few of these rows. Keep trying to press your buns back. Keep trying to lengthen over your legs. The third time we come forward, we're going to pause. And you don't have to reach all the way to your feet. You can reach for blocks. You can reach anywhere on your legs. But try to find that solid base and then lengthen from that solid base. And yeah, you might feel a lot of sensation underneath on the backs of your legs, and that's where you decide how much of a bend you want. All right, let yourself come up, and then once again, knees really bent. Come back with those feet on the floor. You're not really putting a lot of weight on your arms, and you're going to drop back and forth a little bit in order to do that little reset so that you can move on to this next thing. Now, you're going to bring the soles of your feet together. You're sitting on your buns, and you are in that butterfly pose. So now you probably feel a lot of sensation on the insides of your legs. If this hurts your knees, you're in charge of how close your legs are, how close your heels are to your body, how far apart, and then you're also in charge of how much engagement you're putting on your hips, trying to press those knees down to the floor. And then keep lifting your heart up out of your body, pulling those shoulders out of your ears. Inhale and exhale, and just feel that engagement right there. If you want to walk yourself forward a little bit, you might get more sensation. Go ahead and do that. If that doesn't feel good, only come to the place that feels good. Remember, you can always move your legs and then lengthen. Just make sure you feel solid, a nice solid base as you lengthen over those legs. All right, bring yourself back up. Now, you're going to decide, and you have to make the choice about where your legs are going to be. Play around with this a little bit. Just start to rock. Keep those shoulders out of your ears. You're not really using your arms too much. I don't want you to grip your legs for dear life. I want you to keep pulling that core up. You might be feeling like that pinch in your thigh, and that's kind of what you want. All right, that means the yoga's working. All right, you're going to let yourself come down on one seat cheek. So that knee is going to be down along the floor. The other knee is going to be going up to the sky. If you can, bring that foot and plant it down on the floor, and then your hands, once again, you're not death gripping on your arms. I really want you to feel yourself lift yourself up. And if you need to have blocks near you to hold you up, keep feeling that pinch. Keep feeling that release. Keep trying to bring your shoulder that's closest to that knee that's going up towards the sky a little bit closer, and feel that oblique engagement. If you want to add a little bit more engagement, then stay lifted. Keep those shoulders out of your ears so that shoulder's packed in, and lift that arm so it's about shoulder height, so you start to feel that engagement underneath that arm. And then that leg that's going up to the sky, keep trying to bring it up to the sky, right? If it starts to fall out, it's losing the effectiveness. Now you're bringing that arm up. Keep that shoulder out of your ear. Inhale and exhale. And remember, if this doesn't serve you, don't do it, or maybe work up to it, right? Try it for a few breaths. All right, everything's going to come down. Make sure you've got room so you can let yourself just rock and release and feel that wonderful yoga work. It's magic as it moves through your body. And then you are on the other side. So whatever knee is going up to the sky, bring that foot flat to the floor and move it as close to your body as you can, and maybe move that flesh out of the way, and then keep trying to pull that knee up to the sky. And then that other knee is down along the floor, and your hands are either on your legs or on the floor, trying to keep pulling you towards that knee that's up to the sky. Feel that pinch. That is where the magic's happening. And then if you want to add more engagement, remember, you're not just flinging your arm out, you're pulling it into the socket, the shoulder socket, and then lifting it to be about shoulder height. Keep that other shoulder down into its socket as you lift that other arm, and breathe deep. Inhale and exhale. Take another big inhale and exhale, and then let yourself release, letting yourself rock back and forth, doing another little reset. It would probably feel really good. I can feel it in my own body where I need to have those legs as wide as I can, and I do that windshield wiper move back and forth to release that great big stretch. Notice how you feel. Hopefully you feel energized and grounded. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.